Hi, friends. So, we've been talking about gratitude and thankfulness here in November. And so, continuing in that theme, I wanted to share a couple things. As a kid, I loved to read. I actually still do, but I love stories of adventure. And one particular book that kind of stood out when I was a teenager was Robinson Crusoe. And in Robinson Crusoe, I think it's around the fourth chapter that he's been stranded and he kind of takes inventory of things are how things are going, and he writes down some of the things that are challenging that he considered evil, but then he also countered that with the good things. And so, the first thing he points out was, uh, you know um, I'm singled out, I'm by myself, but at least, hey, his life was spared. The other thing too is, he's stuck on an island without really any good clothing, and yet it's a temperate climate, so maybe a little uncomfortable, but he will survive. The other thing too is he was by himself, and yet the ship, when it had crashed relatively close to the island, that he was still able to go out and get what he needed in order to be able to survive. So he knew the value of counting his blessings, to be able to look at the good. Now, Harvard Medical School, they did some research. A group of researchers studied what the benefits are of gratitude, being thankful. And obviously, one of the things that, as a benefit of gratitude and thankfulness, is, tends to lead to being happier. And they pointed out there are 5 things that we can do to be able to help have a more thankful and a heart of gratitude. The first thing is, number 1, thank somebody. And even if you can't text them or call them or send them a letter, at least, thank them mentally. The other thing is, keep a journal filled with gratitude. Note the things that you're grateful for. The other thing is, count your blessings. When was the last time you stopped and you counted your blessings that you had in your life? And the other 2 things that they talked about were prayer, and also just to meditate, to think about the things that are good. Not just like meditate on peace, but meditate on the fact of the beautiful sunset, for instance, that you just experienced, or the cool water you're able to drink. Now, let's just take a couple of those things and let's kind of take it a step further. So somebody that I really respect actually gave me this idea of writing something that they're grateful for, in particular for a person. So it could be your spouse, it could be your best friend, um, or maybe let's twist it a little bit and flip it on its head and find somebody that maybe you're just having a hard time dealing with, and you need to be able to have a good relationship. So write down one thing every day that you appreciate about that person, even when sometimes they maybe make your life difficult. And imagine now what that's going to do. I hope and pray that it will change your perspective of that difficult person, that it will grow the love that you have for that person in your heart. Um, it's amazing what gratitude can do, especially when we just stop to smell the roses, to experience the little things, and to be conscious and thankful for what we have been blessed with. So I pray that this week, maybe just for this week, every day, write something that you appreciate about somebody. We've been praying for them this whole month. Now let's just be conscious about that. Write that down. And maybe it'll go a month or a year. Who knows? It's up to you. But be intentional. Be grateful. And as Ephesians 4:31 says, let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as is good for the building up as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear. Ephesians 4. God bless. Take care.